Hi, I'm Reaver. I'm from the UK, specifically a small part of it called Cornwall. An interesting fact about which is 4 months of the year we spend underwater. And I am here with my head firmly wedged in the ceiling. And I am here on the IronMine server. And the IronMine server is a server run specifically for creative YouTube types, and apparently myself. I'm not quite sure how that happened, except perhaps my sponsor is a very persuasive person. Thank you very much, you know who you are. Right then, time for a sip of tea and something. Now, I've been on this server now for a little while, and I have spent the majority of my time. Hello. That's the problem with this game, you get distracted everywhere you go. I spent quite a bit of time building this here base, and the sad thing is, for those of you that know Ark, apart from the fact that I've had to record this 3 times because of various cock-ups, the other sad thing is that this green line denotes where the snow biome is about to extend. I'm about to point to the screen in the usual derpy way, but all the way over there, and it's going to come along here and right along the coast. So I have built my nice base, what I think is nice. I've built it smack dab in the middle of where this is going to extend soon, and honestly it's not a good place to be. I think I need to move, so that's what I'm going to do. First of all, let's start the day the usual way. Feeding stuff. I like my dinos to roam, which means they can feed themselves. Absolutely. I've been scouting around the coastline lately to see if I can find myself a nice, suitable alternative location to live, and I think I found 2. So, position A, which until about an hour ago was the place for me. Hello, get in. Alright, position A, which was where I was planning to go, is up the coast away, which I'm going to take my slightly faster bird and we'll head down there. But I found another location in the other side of the map, actually, so let's have a look. Where the sticker that says stuff, just down to the south of that, on that tip there, at the bottom of that little mountain. That's one spot. But over in the way west, over at sort of latitude 60, longitude 12, 15, that location there, that little sticky outy bit, looks a bit like a cock, I suppose. That is a nice spot, which I have just been investigating, so maybe we'll head over there, we shall see. Like to run around with no pants on, nothing to do with the fact that my armour got broke earlier, but then. So let's head over. This whole area is going to be decked in snow, and even though this is technically, according to the green thing, it's safe, I suspect it's going to be like the other snow parts. It's still going to be chilly, just living here. Which, all of that really means that it's basically time to move on. It's the thing about Ark is, up until the fact that we've had some new maps, this has kind of been the only thing you can play on. And we've all kind of, as players, we've all grown to. That's an abandoned base, I think, by the way. We've all grown as players to know spots on the map, and we can pretty much work out where we need to go to do certain things, find certain things, and they keep changing things. It's just going to make it more difficult. Not that I'm complaining. Change is good, apparently. Oh, hello. I love that. That's quite nice. What's that? Ramshackle miner's helmet and chitin boots. It's another, I think, possibly abandoned base. I think it's just featured recently in Jello Mutt's video, where She got trapped by a giga. Randomly, I fought an alpha something here recently. I wonder if the guy's still here. He is, look. You think all that stuff, all that going on, the giga, the alpha, and Mr. Brink still lives. So this server's been going for probably about a year now, I think, close to a year, and there's some fantastic structures on here. Where these guys get their metal from, I've got no idea, but there you go. Moving swiftly on, we still see the red line is still following us. This snow biome is going to increase in size massively. I mean, look at this. It's going to be huge. It's going to encompass all of that mountain, come up around here, and this is one of the riverbeds, this sort of dry riverbeds that feed into the hidden lake section of the map. And there's where the snow's going to come, right along there. It's quite impressive. It's going to be pretty big. Oh, we've heard recently that there's going to be procedural generation included soon. That could be interesting. This server's not due for a reset anytime soon, I hope. More tea. Just to prove the point being English, I do have to drink tea while I'm recording. It's probably going to be a nice break from my droning voice. So this is the dry riverbed that follows its way exclusively through, and it runs right through from one edge to the other, which has completely cocked up my plan because I wanted to come the other way around, but never mind. So this is the river that leads down to the moor, and me is sitting on top of it right now. A little bit later on, probably not today, with all the carnivorous monsters hanging around, I have to do something called a death run, which is, as the name implies, a run of death that starts off, I'm sure it didn't start off this far back for everybody else, but it starts off up here. One of our clan mates has very kindly built the death run in, and the trick is we're going to have to start off here and leg it all the way around the coast, upriver, down to the moor where the redwoods are about to take root soon, but also our sort of community centre, for want of a better description, is currently based. It is a rite of passage that other people have had to do before, and I and some others have managed to escape. So the plan is we're all going to have to take a turn. I'm quite keen. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Now, up here along this beach is where that funky wood place is, but also there's a nice flat area, and I haven't really spoken of this yet, but I do like to build on flat land because I'm a bit... here we go. Some test trenches, for want of a better description. I like to build on flat and with foundations. Reeve's new place, if it's too cold up north, which it is going to be, we know. Shadow of that mountain is quite nice. I have two sort of real quirks about playing Ark. One is I like boats, and I like to cruise around in boats. The first server I played on, I pretty much lived off a boat for the early part of the time there, and have only just found out how to sink the foundations lower so you can actually make them sit lower in the water and more protective in PvP servers as well. But the second thing is I like to build on flat land. The reason I like to build on flat land is I use foundations. I will build exclusively foundations and then build walls on top. So what I've been trying to do here is trying to suss out roughly where I need to build in order to maximise the space. The unfortunate thing is this beach isn't all that wide, so this trench here is about the maximum width I've got. there was an older base over there, Thor's base, who we're reliably informed isn't coming back to the server. So there's no real reason to get rid of this. But what it does mean is I could probably build either inside his walls or certainly very close without upsetting anyone. I don't think this is going to be enough for me for what I want to do. I wonder if this might work. It's still relatively flat up here, isn't it? 17. Oh, wow. Well, I think we may have found our new home. Have a look at that. That is 17 wide. That's much wider. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm one of those kind of geeks. I'm going to count in block numbers. But that's a lot wider than I was able to get further back. So I think it may be that what we're going to do is actually move there instead. This is going to be too close to the snow again, which is a shame because there's a lovely little harbour there that could be used. But hey, all I'm wanting to build is a nice rectangular box that sits on a bed of foundations. So that should be relatively straightforward in that area. Just need to get it angled correctly now. And as for what it's going to be a little bit like the other one. I'll put trousers on next time, don't worry. I'll just drop that thing for what it's worth. So that looks positive. I think what we'll do is probably call a halt to this sham right now, and I'm going to go and craft a whole load of thatch junk and smack it down and see if I can make myself a very nice sizable footprint for my new base. And I'm also going to pinch my good buddy who I've never met, Thor's accommodation here, to call it a day. Have you seen this? This is great. I love this. Right, I didn't leave that door. I'm very good. I always shut the doors. So that'll do for now. I'm in love with you if you've managed to keep up with this much of the video. We'll catch you next time. So thank you.